Masjid in Himachal Pradesh has found itself in the eye of a political storm. The Congress that opposed the Waqf reform bill aimed at transparency in the Waqf board now finds itself in a tough spot. One of the ministers in the Sukhu government in Himachal Pradesh, Anirudh Singh, has alleged that land grabbing and illegal construction of a mosque in Shimla by the Waqf is leading to a lot of people opposing the manner in which this masjid is growing. The allegation is also backed by another minister in Chief Minister Sukhu's cabinet, Vikramaditya Singh's. Remarks by these two Himachal Pradesh ministers have ignited massive protests demanding demolition of the illegal part of this masjid. Though mantris in the Congress Sarkar acknowledge the illegality, there is also pressure on the Congress government in the state by Owaisi's party, AIMIM, and other minority groups to protect the mosque. There has been no action by Sukhu's government till now, which has given BJP fresh ammunition to train guns at the Himachal Pradesh government, alleging appeasement behind the inaction. Let's listen in to the different versions of the Congress party.
2010 में शुरू आया सर, मेरे पास पूरा मैं रिकॉर्ड में यहाँ भी दूंगा सर। उसके बाद अवैध निर्माण किया गया, विवरण जो है वो उस टाइम जो है 110 स्क्वायर मीटर 2-250 स्क्वायर मीटर मैंने 2500 स्क्वायर फुट का जो है इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन करी गई। उसके बाद 2012 में पुनः सुनवाई हुई सर, उसके बाद भी ये लोग माने नहीं सर, अवैध कंस्ट्रक्शन चलता रहा। हाल ये है सर कि अगर कोई लोकल आदमी यहाँ पे अवैध कंस्ट्रक्शन करता है तो सेम डे जो है ढारा तोड़ जाता है उनका। शर्म की बात।
प्रदेश में सभी नागरिक एक समान है, प्रदेश में सभी का धर्मों का सम्मान है और मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि जो भी कानून व्यवस्था को अपने हाथ में लेगा, हमारी सरकार कड़ाई से उसका पालन करेगी।
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Well, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, let me ask you. Sukhu साहब कह रहे हैं जो भी कानून अपने हाथ में लेगा, लेकिन कानून अपने हाथ में तो मॉस्क का कंस्ट्रक्शन ले रहा है, because it is going into areas, it is expanding into areas which are not permitted. The permissions, and we've got all documents, the permission, the latest one coming in 2019 and 2018 before that, only gives it an allowance to build up to the second floor. It's a 5-floor structure and expanding to all the surrounding areas, coming on to government land which is stated by one minister of the Congress Sarkar, Anirudh Singh, supported by another minister, Vikramaditya Singh. But the chief minister is probably addressing the walls and saying that कानून हाथ में मत लेना. वो कह रहे हैं demolish करो. Why is the Congress government not demolishing it? Does any illegal encroachment have a religion?
No, let us wait for the September 7 judgment, the hearing that is going to be done in the Shimla Municipal Commissioner's office. But till that time, there will be pressure groups on both sides. Let us not vitiate the atmosphere that is prevailing in Shimla. Now, having said that, you know, this mosque that we are talking, if I'm not wrong, is standing there since prior to 1960 also, 1960. And as you see, the population of the Muslim community is increasing day by day. Everywhere you go, there will always be a space crunch for namazis to offer their namaz.
You can expand the mosque illegally. You can expand any building illegally because your population is increasing. Fantastic. You know, if that's the Samvidhan, if that is the constitution you were trying to protect during the Lok Sabha elections, then God only help this country. But let me ask Nalin Kohli. Nalin Kohli, does an illegal structure have a religion? Because the religion is being brought in, the opposition is to the demolition of the illegal part of the mosque. Nobody is talking about the legal part of the mosque, but the illegal encroachment, does that really constitute a religion's representation?
No, I think it shows the Congress mindset, at least the Congress leadership's mindset, that because the illegal construction is by a religion, therefore we should look the other way. That's the crux of it. But we must actually thank Kamruddin Zaman Chaudhry. He has pointed to something important, and perhaps he might want to lead this debate also in the country. He said, because the population is expanding, and a lot of people have been talking about the expanding population. So perhaps it's a good time to start debating about population control. Because obviously, as you asked the question, if the population is increasing, do we increase illegal construction so that the Namazis can go? No one wants to interfere with the Namazis, but can it be done on the basis of illegal integration, construction? It's a good question. The second part to what he has said, that's even more valid. Population is exploding, and you are yourself saying Muslim population is exploding. So should we all look at the nation in terms of population control? And that debate, maybe Kamruddin Zaman Chaudhry Saab can take the lead in it, and I'm sure a lot of people will join.
Let me get in Abdul Razak Khan. Abdul Razak Khan, how does any illegal encroachment be protected by law? And if it is protected by a political dispensation, is it not appeasement? Should this country run by the rule of law, or should it be run by political interest?
Certainly rule of law, Navika ji. First of all, let me draw your attention towards a very small, ignorable, trivial roadside issue. A person by name Vikram was assaulted by two Muslim minors who took shelter in this mosque to avoid arrest from the police. So then this problem started that the mosque is illegal. Any which way, since 1950, this mosque was not a point in question. So just because this happened, all these protests and everything has been escalated. Now let me tell you, there are 34,682 illegal constructions in Himachal Pradesh. Those are not being questioned. The only question is about this mosque. And that too how much? 2,472 square feet of additional construction. Let me ask you, Navika ji, you go to any part of this country, every corner, roadside, circles, you will find temples. Are these all legal? There
but
are
many temples have been demolished as well. Nobody comes out in hordes protesting against it.
Madam,
temples have been demolished if they are illegally established, or if there is development activity going. Why should the illegal coverage of this mosque, which is creating, look at the protests on the ground. The fact of the matter is, why this one? This is like Abhijit Iyer Mitra. This is like saying, मेरे हाथ पे जिसने लिख दिया मेरा बाप चोर है, पहले उसका साइन लेके आओ, फिर मैं बाकी साइन लेके आऊंगा. Justice has to begin somewhere. And if the two mantris of the Congress government are saying it is illegal, needs to be removed, why is the Congress buckling under pressure once again by appeasement politics as an only concern?
So, Navika, like we demonstrated in the previous debate, the Congress ministers, state ministers take their orders from social media jihadis. We've seen that. The tweet is still up. So, I'm not surprised. This argument that why haven't you destroyed the remaining 4,000 is like saying if a thief gets caught, there were 15,000 other thieveries that happened that night. Why weren't the other people caught? How can you prosecute me? Selectivity is built into the law. Let us first understand that. Second, let us go into the transcript of what exactly was said on the floor of the House. Question asked, is it legal? No. Initially, the basement and the foundation was built, then the first floor was built, and then 3 more stories were added on top of it. The government itself is acknowledging every part of it from foundation to the 4th floor is illegal out here. Nothing was done to stop it in the initial phases. Do you remember in yesterday's debate, Navika, people were saying that law and order has completely fallen down in UP because how was a bulldozer bulldozed an illegal building? How was it even allowed to go up in the first place? But Himachal mein law and order collapse nahi hua hai when the government knew that the foundation
law and constitution and their interpretation will now be dictated by political interests and the partners of the India alliance, because after all, if they say it's okay to look the other way because there is illegal construction, people should look the other way. So what? If it goes against the law of the land, they will still have the upper hand in saying they are the protectors of the constitution. Question is, the hypocrisy almost kills us every single day. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my guests for joining me on the News Hour tonight. And thank you, viewers. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, the same show. The News Hour at 9. Good night. Take care.